All right, listen up, you worthless sack of nerves. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You think this world owes you something? You think the world gives a shit about your struggles, your so-called pain, or your ambitions? Get it through your thick skull. It doesn't. It never did, and it never will. The only thing that matters here, the only thing that's ever mattered, is control. Control over your own damn mind. That's the key. Everything else, noise, static, distractions designed to make you weak, to make you forget what the hell you're here for. Look, every day you wake up, you've got two choices. You can let the bullshit control you, or you can put a chokehold on it. But I know what you've been doing. You've been walking around, letting other people, other situations get inside your head like some squatter, taking up space, wasting your energy, and you just let them. Pathetic. You gotta stop being such a damn puppet. Cut the strings. You've got to be your own handler, the one pulling the strings, controlling the narrative. If you don't, you're just another cog in this rusty-ass machine they've got running. They want you to fall in line, be predictable, be soft. Fuck that. That's not the way to win. You want to win, right? Hell yeah, you do. But winning doesn't come easy. Doesn't come by waiting around or hoping for things to get better. Hope is for the weak. Action is for the strong. Every day, you gotta wake up and be ready to crack some skulls. Metaphorically or literally, depending on how things go. You get me? You can't be sitting there with your thumb up your ass, waiting for things to magically fall into place. That's a fantasy fed to you by people who've never walked a hard day in their lives. Real shit. The world is ugly. It's unforgiving. It's hostile. You've got to meet that hostility with a level of focus and intensity that burns everything else to ashes. You control your mind. You control your world. Simple as that. But here's where it gets tricky. 'Cause I know you. Yeah, you. Sitting there pretending like you're listening to me. You don't want to hear it. You'd rather sit in your little pity party and feel sorry for yourself. Oh, woe is me. The world's so hard. Shut up. That's weak-minded shit. You think anyone cares about your sob story? The world's full of people with sob stories. You either make your move or get rolled over, straight up. This whole control thing isn't some mystical concept. It's about deciding what gets your time, what gets your energy, and what gets your mental space. You ever realize how much energy you waste thinking about shit that doesn't even matter? Yeah, I'm talking about that nonsense in your head. All those thoughts running on a loop, replaying over and over, convincing you you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes. Bullshit. You're more than capable. You just need to wake up and own it. But nah, you keep letting that little voice win, don't you? The one that tells you to take it easy, that it's okay to procrastinate, to scroll through your phone, to waste hours on crap that doesn't move you forward. That voice is not your friend. That voice is the enemy. And you know what you do to enemies, right? You crush them. You silence them. You dominate them so completely that they never dare speak up again. You got to treat your mind like a battlefield, and any weakness that pops up gets obliterated. No hesitation. Think about it. What the hell is stopping you from being the best version of yourself? It's not them. It's not the world. It's you. You've been in your own way this entire time. You've been your own worst enemy. And that, my friend, is the real problem. But you can fix it if you're willing to do what it takes. I'm not talking about half-arsing it, though. You know what half-arsing looks like. You've done it 1,000 times. Saying you'll start tomorrow, that you'll just take a break, that one more excuse won't hurt. Stop with the excuses. Excuses are for people who are okay with mediocrity, who are okay being just another guy. You want to be different. You want to stand out. You want to dominate. Well, start acting like it. You've got to develop a zero-tolerance policy for your own bullshit. No more tomorrow. No more I can't. You gotta wake up every day ready to go to war with yourself, because that's what this is. It's not about the world out there. It's not about the people around you. It's about you versus you. And you either win that fight or you lose. There is no middle ground. So what the fuck are you scared of? Seriously, let's break it down. What's that thing you keep running from? That voice in your head that keeps telling you to quit, to give up before you even start. It's fear, isn't it? That deep down gut-punching fear that you're not good enough, that you'll fail, that you'll end up worse than when you started. It's been whispering to you your whole life, telling you to stay in your little box, to stick with what's safe. Let me tell you something. Fear is a liar, a manipulative little bitch that thrives on your uncertainty. You've been feeding it for too long, letting it get stronger, letting it dictate your moves. You don't control shit when fear's running the show, man. You think you do, but you don't. You think you're being smart, avoiding the risks, staying comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of progress. Comfort kills ambition. Comfort is what keeps you chained to mediocrity. And you're better than that, aren't you? At least, you should be. But right now, you're just another sheep, letting the fear and doubt pull your strings, keep you weak, keep you in line. You know what you should do? You should be throwing punches at that fear every single day. You should be getting up in its face, daring it to hold you back, daring it to even try. Because here's the thing about fear. It's fragile. It's made of smoke and mirrors, illusions designed to make you think it's stronger than it is. But the moment you stop running from it, the moment you decide you're done being its bitch, it crumbles. It loses its power. But nah, you've been feeding it, haven't you? Every time you choose the easy way out, every time you give up before you even begin, you're making that fear stronger. You're letting it run the damn show. That's the reality you've created for yourself. One where you're too scared to even try, too scared to push yourself because you've convinced yourself you'll fail before you start. You've got to cut that shit out. You've got to stop making fear your master and start making it your tool. Yeah, you heard me. Fear isn't the enemy, it's fuel. You take that fear, you harness it, and you use it to propel yourself forward. You want to know the truth? The best moments in life come right after you push through fear. Every time you've doubted yourself, every time you've thought you couldn't, and then you fucking did. That's where the power is. So let me ask you again, what are you scared of? Failing. So what? Failure isn't the end, it's part of the process. Every failure, every misstep, every time you fall on your face, you're learning. You're getting stronger. But quitting, that's the real failure. You quit, and you've already lost. You keep going, and you're still in the fight. You've got a chance to win if you keep going. But quitting, nah, that's the ultimate surrender. And you're better than that. You think the people at the top didn't fail. You think they didn't face the same doubts, the same fears. The difference between them and you is they didn't stop. They didn't let fear freeze them in place. They kept fucking going, no matter how many times they got knocked down. That's the mindset you need to have. You've got to be relentless, unstoppable. You've got to build that mental toughness where nothing, and I mean nothing, can break you. But toughness doesn't come from sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. It doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment or hoping things get easier. It comes from grinding every damn day. It comes from doing the hard shit, especially when you don't feel like it. You think toughness is a gift? It's not. It's earned. It's fucking earned through sweat, pain, and sacrifice. You've got to get comfortable, being uncomfortable. That's where the growth happens. When you're pushed to your limits, when you're ready to collapse, that's when you're truly building yourself. But nah, you want the easy way. You want to coast. That's your problem. You don't want to struggle. Well, newsflash, man. Struggle is where the power is. Struggle is what builds you into the person who can take on anything. So why are you still afraid? Why do you keep holding back? You think you've got time. Let me tell you, time doesn't give a fuck about you. It keeps moving, no matter what. You're wasting precious time. Every day you let fear hold you down. You're wasting your potential. You think you're gonna get a second chance, that somehow, one day, everything's gonna line up perfectly for you to finally make your move. Keep dreaming. The truth is, no one's coming to save you. No one's gonna hand you success on a silver platter. You've gotta take it. You've gotta get out there, rip it from the jaws of the universe, and claim what's yours. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and if you're not the one biting, you're the one getting chewed up and spit out. So stop waiting for shit to get easier. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the fear to disappear, because it never will. You've got to move forward with it, sitting right on your shoulder, whispering its lies, and you've got to ignore it. You've got to keep going anyway. That's the difference between winners and losers. Winners act in spite of the fear. Losers wait for it to go away. Guess what? It never goes away. You have to stop thinking, stop over-analyzing, and start doing. You've spent way too much time in your own head, letting the fear paralyze you, letting doubt keep you frozen in place. Overthinking is just another form of fear. You've convinced yourself that if you just think long enough, you'll figure it out. Nah, that's not how it works. Action is what figures it out. Movement, trial and error. Yeah, you might fuck up. You might take a wrong turn. But at least you're moving. At least you're in the game, playing to win, instead of sitting on the sidelines hoping for some miracle. Doers win, thinkers lose. That's the reality. And you need to become a doer. Right fucking now. Stop talking about it. Stop dreaming about it. Stop planning and start doing. Every second you waste thinking about what could go wrong is a second you could be out there making something happen. You could be out there grinding, making mistakes, learning, adapting, and coming back stronger. That's the mindset you need to embrace. Constant forward motion. I don't care if you're limping, crawling, or dragging yourself. Just keep fucking moving. Because as long as you're moving, you're in control. And control's what it's all about, isn't it? Control over your mind. Control over your actions. Control over your destiny. What the fuck are you waiting for? Get up, get moving, take back control. Your mind is your weapon. Use it. Still here? Good. Because we're not done yet. You think one pep talk is all it takes to rewire your brain. Nah, this is an ongoing war, man. And the battlefield, it's right in your head. The enemy isn't some faceless corporation, some asshole boss, or the world at large. The enemy's you. That's the reality. You've been at war with yourself since day one, and most days,